Oh my God, what has happened to my park? I come back and it is absolute bedlam and disaster. Welcome everyone, this is Digital Coconut and I am back with another edition of Jurassic World Evolution, and absolute terror and disaster has struck my park. I decided to perform a little experiment and let me tell you what has happened. Well, I had built my park up, as you can see. I have all this new infrastructure, which I'll go over in the next video. But I decided I'd gotten the park where it was self-sufficient. It was running by itself. We were making plenty of money. Everything was just rolling right along. I had finished most of my research updates and everything. So I didn't really have a lot to do. And I thought, well, instead of just sitting here and watching the game play itself, it's like watching paint dry, right? I decided I was going to go off and go shopping with my kids, and I'll come back and check out how the game is doing. Well, absolute total disaster. Let's take a look. I've got no power. I've got a dead velociraptor. I can't even find the bodies of my other dinosaurs, but there's not a single other living dinosaur on my island in any of my 3 pens. Everything is in need of repair. The storm defense is in need of repair, and it's supposed to protect the island, okay? I mean, just an absolute cluster. A cluster. I leave the game for 2 hours, I set up everything perfectly, and what does it do? What happens when I get back? It's a complete and utter freaking disaster. I'm getting 0 income, and I'm losing $43,000 profit per minute, and I'm in the red $4.3 million. Okay, I have 2 power stations out. I don't even know what this symbol is. I've never seen it before. This one is 5 pieces of fence that need repairs. I think my dinosaurs at some point, something freaked them out so bad they literally just bashed through the freaking fences and ran around the park. And I don't know if it's the velociraptor that killed them all. I'll tell you, these velociraptors are buggers. They kill the bigger carnivores. They kill the herbivores. They kill everything. They kill each other. Okay, first of all, velociraptors are supposed to hunt in packs, right? If I release 2 velociraptors in the same area, and I'm talking about this massively big enclosure that I built, they will kill each other. Either they will kill each other or they will bash out of the fences and start terrorizing people. I don't know how to hold the velociraptors in. I think I'm going to have to get an electrified heavy fence. Okay, this is a heavy fence. It's the best fence that I have in the game right now. Okay, that's possible, and I won't get that upgrade until I finish my next mission to a heavy electrified fence. And the velociraptors are constantly getting out of this stupid fence. Now, I wish someone had explained to me how an animal as small as a velociraptor is going to bash through this fence. How does it bash through these heavy steel bars all by itself? I'm sorry, I just don't understand. And what I really don't understand is where in the hell are my herbivores? They disappeared, and the fence is not in need of repair around the herbivore cavern, but they're all dead. They're all dead. Like, where did they go? Like, they didn't get out and the velociraptor killed them, or the Dilophosaurus, which I had over in this far right pen. And what happened to my Dilophosaurus? There's no damage on his pen either. There's no broken fences anywhere. And the funny thing is, when I came back, the monorail was still running. This stinking monorail, it's running, but there's nobody on it. Like, is it powered by itself? Is it like completely automated, or what happened to the dude driving it? Did he like fall asleep and the island went to total crap and pandemonium and chaos, and everybody either was eaten by the velociraptor or fled? And he's just, he fell asleep at the wheel of the monorail and it's just going round and round and round the park over and over again. I have no clue. I have no idea what the hell happened. And what is up with the ACU Center? It's like, okay, you guys are wasting gas, like seriously. Like, this helicopter blade is always going, but there's no one here. There's no personnel. There's nothing. Let's see if my ranger... Well... Apparently my ranger team is here. There's nothing to actually fix. I'm going to see if he'll fill a feeder. Oh, too expensive. Of course, I have no money, so I can't actually do anything. So I guess my ranger teams may still be here, but everybody's gone. Like completely gone. Okay? It's barren. It's a desert island, essentially. No power, no people, no money, no freaking dinosaurs. You know, I feel like when I came back and looked at this for the first time a few minutes ago, you know, I went to my map to get an overview, as I always do, and I saw one dead dinosaur, no bodies anywhere else. Okay? And so it's a mystery. What happened to the dinosaurs? I was only gone for 2 hours. Did all these dinosaurs just up and die and decay in 2 hours? Like that fast? They just died and wasted away, and they're you know, it's almost like one of those stories of ancient lost civilizations where this village pops up or this city pops up, and then one day all the people mysteriously disappear with no trace of what happened to them. No dead and decaying bodies, no bones from like a disease. They just disappeared, and nobody knows where they went. Like, that's what I feel like happened to my park. I mean, 2 hours, and it just went straight to hell. I must have got hit, even though I have all these weather defense stations, I must have got hit with the mother of all storms while I was gone. And it, like, picked up my dinosaurs and threw them into the sea or something. Or wasted them completely. And the other thing is, why are all my feeders empty? I had my rangers stock up all the feeders, okay, in the park before I left. Are you telling me that my animals ate all the food in 2 hours, laid down and died, got so hungry they laid down and died and disappeared, and there's not even any bones or bodies anywhere? I mean, wow, it's that bad. Now, I just ran this as an experiment. I actually saved right before I left the progress on my island. So I'm going to go back and play that for the next video. This was just an experiment to see whether the game designers would allow us to let the park run sort of on auto mode or autopilot for a while, and then come back to it so that we didn't have to sit through and wait, you know, for the island to progress after we'd built up our infrastructure and our dinosaurs, and we're just sitting there waiting, because you know what? It's kind of boring. One recommendation I would make for the designers is to put an autopilot mode on. You know, if you own this park, you should be able to hire a project manager to come run it for you. You know, pay them $150,000 or whatever. Have them run the island when you're gone, and when you come back, everything's gone basically smoothly, and you've accumulated your profits, and everything's great. But you really have that mode in this game, so it really makes you play through the whole thing to get to your 3-star rating to move to the next island. I'd been playing for several hours off camera over the last few days to get the park all built up for you guys to run an episode, and I had gotten really close to 3-star rating. I was like 2.75 or something. I just had like a little smidgen left. I basically had to get up to 1,600 park goers, and I had to get up to several $1 million. I don't remember what the criteria is, but I knew I was getting pretty close. My dinosaur ratings had to go up a little bit, so I kept researching all the fossils. So I was getting, you know, I was right there, and came back, and you know, for some reason the stupid monorail is still running. I don't know why. There's no people. Okay, you can stop running the monorail. There's no dinosaurs to look at, and there's no people to look at the lack of dinosaurs, and I'm 4.5 million in the red, and it's getting worse. I've got no money to make repairs. I'm screwed. It's over. I would literally have to sell half of my structures and rebuild. So, yeah. I can confirm that it's not the best idea to let your park run in autopilot mode at all, because these rather evil designers are going to tear it down for you while you're gone. I would suggest to the designers that they have an autopilot type of mode where you don't have to just sit in front of the computers. You wait for your island to, you know, work its way up. Especially if you've built all your infrastructure and your dinosaurs and you're just kind of, you know, waiting around for things to happen. You know, just to pass some of the time. But anyway, just a suggestion. Overall, yeah, not a good idea. Not a good idea at all. Well, I'm right at 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go ahead and sign off of this one. I'll post this video. And while this one is posting, I'm going to go back to my save that I had before all hell completely broke loose and destroyed my island, my park. And I'm going to show you guys what I've done, which I think will be exciting. Till next time, this is the Digital Coconut.